In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a NIV truck with the NIV truck parts that you can only find in the junkyard. We're also going to take a little bit of a tour around the house that was built by IR Chevy that is also available on Nexus Mods for anybody to download. Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Garage Car Mods video. So yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while. So I've decided to pretty much give you guys a little bit of an update on how to build this little NIV truck we have over here. Because there's been a little bit of changes with the mod. And yeah, since the last time I built one of these, there's been some changes. So we're going to pretty much tackle one of these today. But before we do, I just want to take a quick tour around this house, which is actually a building that you can download from Nexus. This guy's name is IR Chevy. He's also in my Discord. So yeah, he pretty much went to town and built like a couple of garages on the premises over here. So sadly, with the game and the vegetation it's got, it's a little bit hard to get the plants and stuff like that rid of. But yeah, this is pretty much one of the garage bays. So he's got nice trusses up here. So that is looking very decent. Yeah, I don't think he painted that, but I don't think it's really necessary. But it's very detailed. It's got nice overhangs and everything around the roof. So that is looking very decent with the trims as well. So yeah, that is very nice. So we also have got a garage door mounted to the actual in-game garage now. So in here I've got my daily driver parked, which is an AMG version Mercedes built by Hugo. So he actually takes orders for these. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these for yourself, hit him up in my Discord. There is a link to my Discord down below in this video. Alright, so and let's have a look over here. We've got another little shop over here where I actually parked some of my vehicles. So this is also like a little workshop. We've got some spaces around here to put some stuff on the shelves and such. So yeah, this is looking very decent. I haven't actually started building stuff at this shop yet. We've got a nice big shop that I built pretty much in town. So I will show that to you guys. Not really in town, it's just here on the main island, close to where the normal shop would be. Alright, so down here we've got another little garage which has got some shelves on the side. And once again we've got a little bit of grass sticking through the ground over here. But I guess he did what he could do with this. So yeah, it looks fairly decent. So yeah, we've got some of our vehicles down here, which is a off-road Niva that I built in white. So that is I'm very proud of that little machine. And then I've got a white F100 that I also managed to put together. It's looking very decent. So yeah, that is definitely something you guys can check out if you are interested. So I will leave a link to the mod down in the description of the video. Alright, and then pretty much we are going to get into this little NIV truck and we are going to drive it back to our shop. And we are going to start building another one for a customer of mine actually. So he is a guy in my Discord. He asked me if I could build him a NIV truck like this. And I said, well, I actually need to make a video on how it's done now. So yeah, why not? So that vehicle I'm building will definitely be going to him once we are done with it. So yeah, let's make our way over to the shop and then let's see if we can get into this build. Alright, so this is FUNCLE's Customs, which is a third shop that I actually built now. I think the other one was the showroom one with the showroom on top, and then we had the one by the docks as well. So this is actually a recent one that I built that actually contains the paint booth inside the shop over here. So it's just a little bit more, yeah, I don't know, closer to bring your vehicles when you need to paint it. So as you can see, I've been a little bit busy. I did fix up this NIV truck, or this Niva at this stage. It's still a normal regular Niva over there. So I did fix this thing up a little bit earlier today. So we are going to pretty much just sort this thing out so that it can look like a shop truck or a little Niva truck pretty much. So I want to give another huge shout out to Hugo for finding these parts for me. So sadly, these parts are only available in the junkyard, so you need to scavenge for these. So yeah, he managed to find pretty much everything we see over here. I just went and bought a rear window for this panel, because we actually do have a rear glass now in the rear panel. So that is something that has been updated a little bit on the mod. And also we do have two separate parts now that we need to install. And also some headliners, which you can find in the junkyard. But this is a brown one, which actually matches the brown interior of our little Niva over here, which we will install. I also managed to find this brown dashboard that I put in here. So that is also looking very, well, how can I say? It looks very brown in here. So which is pretty much for the era this game plays off, that is a very suitable color for a car interior. Alright, so pretty much what first thing I would like to do is just move this thing away from the wall a bit. We'll just park it somewhere there in the middle, because we don't need to put this thing on the lift or anything like that. Alright, so I think this should do. And then pretty much what we're going to have to do is get our toolbox, because we need to cut this thing up into pieces and also take some parts off of it. So yeah, this is pretty much where the fun begins. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to start by unbolting some of these parts that we don't need for the truck, obviously, like the tailgate over here or the tail hatch. Alright, so we'll just, I think let's just put him over here out of the way. Alright, and then we are going to remove the bumper. I don't know if it's going to be affected if we take the rear panel off, because I think this is mounted to the floor, which actually stays. So we don't really have to remove the bumper, which has just been stolen by raccoons by the looks of it. Alright, so yeah, we are going to have to find another bumper, or build another, or buy another bumper. Yeah, so coming back to the raccoons, so there is a little mod by Lars. So he did make a little bit of a raccoon, which is just a little model you can put down in the world. It's not really anything that you can do anything with. It's not paintable, so yeah, that is just pretty much how far he went with it. And he also made me some cool little gadgets for my shop over here. We've got a FUNCLE 88 gaming desk little stand with my name on it, so that is very nice of him. And also up on the roof, you'll see there's a big sign saying FUNCLE 88. Let's just fly over here a bit. So this is also just a sign that I can put down anywhere. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So let's not forget about the signs also made by ESD Banana, especially for me. So these are part of the building materials in the box that you can build the buildings with. So that is how I managed to put those signs up there. So he did make me a couple of those. And another thing he also made me were some license plates with some vanity logos on. So yeah, I can pretty much take this thing through the paint job and that license plate won't disappear. So that is pretty cool. Alright, but yeah, let's get back into this build. So we've got to find another rear bumper. So we'll order one of those or just buy one of those from the catalog. Keep getting mixed up with the Revival series over here. So if you guys haven't checked that out, there is a link to that series down below of the video as well. So go and check that playlist out. It's actually getting a little bit popular. If you haven't watched it yet, that is. Alright, so I think now we should be ready to start cutting. There's going to be a couple of things we cut off over here. So I'm just going to start by doing the basics. We're going to get this rear panel off. Just like that. So we can also do a little bit of a comparison between each part, although some of them are quite substantial. Like this one for the NIV truck, it's got a panel that goes a little bit higher. So yeah, there is pretty much the difference we have on that panel. Alright, so we can just chuck this over here. Alright, so we will start installing parts once we get to it. But now I think we're just going to keep on cutting parts off over here. Alright, and gonna pretty much remove the whole roof of this thing, because that is pretty much how it's done. Alright, so there goes our left quarter panel, which you can see is a huge difference from the actual one we're going to be putting on. So that is the outer panel right over here. I'm just afraid of these things falling through the floor, because things are a bit weird here in my garage these days. But yeah, there's quite a big difference between the two panels. So that is very noticeable. Alright, let's continue. We need to take off the inner skin as well on that quarter panel, which I believe is just these few cuts. Just like that. Alright, that is also something we are going to need on this, is this interior panel, which actually mounts to the actual truck part interior panel, which you can see over here. So that is pretty much just the bottom half of that. So if we take that panel off with our pry tool, it should pretty much just slap onto there. And just like that. So that is pretty much where that is going. Alright, so perfect. And then let's continue with our roof. So our roof is, yeah, it's pretty much welded on the four corners. So let's just get in here. So it's better if you open the door, then you can see the welds a little bit easier. So let's take the roof off next, so that we can see how that comes apart. So it's pretty much all the welds relating to the roof. And then once you get all of them, it should pretty much pop off. Let's just be sure to get these as well. And I think that's another one holding it in place over there. Alright, and there it goes. Right, so obviously you can see there's a huge difference with regards to the roof. So the truck roof is actually just this small little piece over here, which we will be replacing with this one. So yeah, that is quite a big difference. Alright, so we are going to need some parts off of this roof, like I think these sun visors are going to come off, and also the windows. So just a quick little trick that I noticed: if you want to get something off that is within something else, you need to like get real up close and personal with it, and then you can easily remove it. So that is something we'll reuse again. So let's go around the other side over here as well. See if we can open this one and just set to loosening, and there we go. And that comes off. Right, so sadly I have not been able to find sun visors in the correct colors yet. Alright, let's just get our rear view mirror off here as well. That's also something we are going to reuse. So that is pretty much how far we're going to strip this thing for now. We are going to be removing the front windscreen. So that part still needs to come out. Alright, and yeah, I think let's just continue cutting off the last piece over here, which is this quarter panel. I believe that's what they call it. And that is also pretty much the same as the other side, just obviously for the left and right. And then we're going to cut this piece off as well. So once again, this is also a part we're going to need. Alright, so let's just grab this panel off here. And this will obviously go onto the opposite side panel we have over there. Right, perfect. So I think that is pretty much most of the things gone. So there is one certain part you need to remove by means of a wrench. It's this little middle panel over here. It's just below the rear seat. So the actual rear seat comes off with this part. So there we go. That is our middle panel. So to compare this panel with the truck panel, it's pretty much this one, which is the whole full rear section of the cab. So we can actually just go ahead and mount this now, because it's pretty much just like that. I don't think there's any welding involved with this. So we are going to just tighten that up again. And just like that. Alright, and let's get this out of the way so that we don't end up kicking that around. Alright, so now I think you can pretty much put these things together in any sequence that you wish. There's not really a must install this before that. So yeah, let's just grab our welding machine over here. And we are going to see if we can get that roof mounted or welded into place. Just like that. Okay, let's go around the other side. And also weld that in place. Alright, so that is looking kind of weird. So yeah, let's grab our rear truck cab wall. Or the NIV truck cab wall, that's what they call this. So this has also got some bolts now. So we need to bolt that into place over there and on the opposite side as well. So that is pretty much the 2 bolts that I have found on this thing. I don't think there's anything else that you need to pretty much mount. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to mount this now. This is our left panel. So we are going to be testing the sequence here if we can put the outer one on before the inner one on the other side. So this is pretty much very simple. And obviously, if you had a roof on, you need to weld that in place as well. So that is just a little weird, unnecessary weld we're doing over there. And as I said, let's grab the opposite panel for the back right. So let's see if we can slap this thing on. And we can. So yeah, there's absolutely no worry in what sequence you would like to do this. So you could pretty much do it the way I'm doing it, or you can do both the inner panels first. So obviously we've got some another couple of weird welds that are not really relating to anything at the moment, but yeah, that is what it looks like. And then let's come and grab this panel, and then yeah, we are very close to putting this thing together. All right, and then let's grab our welding machine again, weld that into place, and over there, and over there, and over there. And then let's get the 2 weird ones up there. Alright, so that is our right hand side finished. So let's grab the left one. Let's get this one installed. Alright, and weld it into place. Alright, we are nearly there. So let's grab our rear panel, get that into place, and let's just weld it up. So these are pretty much all the welds that make sense. There's not really any weird ones involved with this. So yeah, there we've got it. We've got a little NIV truck built already, and now we can go ahead and pretty much slap everything in place again. Make sure everything is tightened up. Just like that. This is our left headlight, or tail light rather. Let's get that mounted. And zip that down. And also this one, just like that. And now I think, last but not least, let's just put our interior bits in. We've got a headliner. Let's grab our rear view mirror to secure it. Pretty much the same as the base game. And let's get that bolted down. And let's grab our sun visors. Alright, let's just go around the other side for this. And there's the little screw over there. Alright, and that is perfect. And let's grab the other side. Great stuff. I think that is pretty much everything we need to put onto this truck. So yeah, we just need to get another rear bumper, and I think a trailer hitch will also do very nicely on this if you really wish to tow some vehicles with it. We're going to go into NIV body. So just to show you guys, there are absolutely no NIV truck parts here. So yeah, that's pretty much where you need to go and find the stuff in the junkyard, sadly. So yeah, we are looking for a rear bumper, and Over here at the windows, you can pretty much buy the NIV truck rear window, which is the only part available in the catalog for the NIV truck. So that is a very important piece of information. I'm sure you will also be able to find it in the junkyard if you are really die hard on finding it in the junkyard. So yeah, that is pretty much your decision. Your hunt is on then, I guess. All right, let's grab our rear bumper, our brand new one. I don't know where the other one went. We'll probably find it on the roof somewhere at some point. But yeah, there we go. Now I think the only thing this truck needs will be a lick of paint, just to get all the panels put back in the same color as the rest of the car. Let me just get all of my tools over here, and then yeah, that is pretty much how you build a NIV truck. But I just remembered something. We need to obviously still mount our windscreen, which you can pop out over here, and then just be sure to grab it and pop it in. And yeah, last but not least, I did notice we are missing the fuel door. So let's go and grab the fuel door from our panel over here. So once again, this is a little bit tricky to do if you have taken the panel off already. So you need to get real close, see if you can get it open. Sometimes you may even have to lean in first, and you sort of like glitch into it. There we go. I've managed to get it open. So now we can pretty much come here and undo the screws on it. And there we've got our fuel filler cap, which will also mount to here. There we go. And let's zip these screws down. And just like that, we've got a complete NIV truck. So yeah, let me quickly drive this thing around to the paint booth. All right, so the door is open. Oh, there's the bumper. Would you look at that? Very interesting. All right, I don't know how that ended up through the wall, but that is very interesting. All right, and then I'm gonna put it into first gear. We're just gonna cruise around this turn over here. So be careful of the traffic, because they like to crash into you. All right, I think that should do. We should be able to get all of the panels painted up here. So we are also going to be testing the paint booth mod quickly. So color condition is currently 2 stars on this, and that is our color code. So I did go ahead and order the paint, or bought the paint beforehand. So there's the paint. So we are going to pretty much use the spray gun now. I'm going to set it to big so that it just goes a little bit quicker. So we're just going to spray this car, and then yeah, I'm going to try and do as good a job as possible on this. It's actually very plain straightforward. So this is actually a very nice color for an original NIV truck. Alright, and I think I did cover it all. So let's just see now if I look at my star rating, if it has picked up. So yeah, there we can see it has not. So although we did paint it in the correct color with the paint booth, so that is why we pretty much have to come and do the manual paint car over here. So if you stand over here, you should be able to reach your vehicle and get your color code. So it's BD402B. And then we'll buy it. The car spawning thing is just buggering up with the B key. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 5 stars color condition on this vehicle as well. It's got, yeah, quite high mileage, but it's not the worst I've seen. So yeah, this is a V8 powered little NIV truck ready to be shipped over to the guy in my Discord. His name is AJ Nonstop, I believe. So yeah, if you are watching this video, this is a NIV truck built specially for you, and also for the rest of you guys out there watching in YouTube. This is a pretty much a how-to. You can build these trucks, so you can obviously go crazy and maybe lift one of them, get it a lifted version of it. I don't know if this is the correct window tint. So you can pretty much do an off-road type of NIV truck, or you can do a little sleek lowrider thing like this. You can also do a race truck if you really want to, put some liveries on it. I think it just pretty much the sky is the limit with this. So yeah, but I think that is pretty much a wrap for this video. I don't think there's anything else that I haven't covered with regards to a NIV truck. So yeah, definitely leave some comments down below if you found this video helpful. And I will also be able to help you guys get actually your hands on this mod, because I have been granted access to give people access to this mod in EST Banana's Discord. So I'll put a link to his Discord below in this video as well. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every view, every like. But yeah, until the next time, cheerio.